got to play
Libertalia, Winds of Galecrest.
All right, so
that sounded so good, Miranda.
I know, that's what she does when she can't pronounce something.
She just threw her voice over.
Yes.
So this game is a re-release of an older game.
It's called Libertalia.
Yeah, it's like the second edition of Libertalia.
But before we get into it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell because board games are amazing, and that is what we do here at Legends of Nirvana. Robert, can you give us a little more information about this game?
Brand new game, came out just this year. Just as a matter of fact, it's not even available for retail yet. It's 2022. Overall rank of 3757 on Board Game Geek, rated at 7.5. Designer is Paolo Mori. Art by Lamaro Smith. Published by Stonemaier Games. And its MSRP is $55. Only available on the Stonemaier website right now. It's not available for retail or even... I'm not even seeing someone selling it like on Geek Market or something yet. So
okay,
it's still very, very new.
Very fresh off the presses.
Yep.
All right, so let's talk about the quality of pieces. Stonemaier pulled that out for this one. Let me tell you, you've got these beautiful, they're like azul tiles in the shape and feel. Not quite as heavy, but still...
Like the Starburst.
Yeah, the Starburst. I think those are really good.
Don't try to chew on them.
No.
Yeah.
I broke it too.
Then you have these gorgeous metal coins.
However, that was an extra $15.
Okay, well, they're
well worth it.
They're amazing. So those are phenomenal. You have the really cool, like the money counter. So when you go to store your loot at the end of each round, you put it on these like little scoring markers. I think those were really cool. Card quality, it is linen finish. I do think it's a good thickness. I was really happy with it. I think Stonemaier pulled it out this one. Don't you guys think so?
I agree.
Overall, though, giving it a rating, what are you guys thinking?
I'm going to give it an 8. I think that if the metal coins came standard, I would do it 9. But with an extra 15, which is pretty standard for Stonemaier, usually you don't get the really nice coins for the base set. But I think overall quality, I'm going to go 8.5 because I really like the loot tokens.
Yeah. What do you think, Randy?
Yeah, I'm probably an 8. I think that if they'd done some kind of screen printing on the reputation tokens, maybe. Yeah. But, those are kind of basic.
That's true.
And, the board is not anything real outstanding. It's nice looking.
It's functional.
Yeah, it's functional. It's nice looking, but it didn't even lay flat when you first put it down. You had to kind of smush it to get it to lay flat.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it was double layered or something.
Yeah, I think the cards are nice stock, and I like the tokens, like you said, the Starburst. So, and the coins are great, but they were an add-on.
Yeah, I agree. I'm feeling the 8.5. I think when you add on all the add-ons, this is beautiful, and I think it plays really well. All right, so let's talk about theme. So this is a pirate-themed game. So
Sky Pirates on this version.
Sky Pirates. So you're sending your pirates down to loot on the island, and there are other pirates there trying to sabotage you, or maybe just trying to get as much gold as they can, and you want to prevent them from doing that too, because you don't want them to win the game. So overall, I really like the theme. It is a little bit of attacky, which normally I don't care for, but this one it's okay. Like, I'm fine with the attack. It is pirates. I mean, what's the expectation?
Most pirate games, there's some stabby in it.
Right, but this isn't like world-ending.
Well, the version we played. So there are two versions. One that's a little bit more brutal than the other. So
I don't want to play that.
I really want to try the other side.
We played the nice version
because I'm playing, so they can play the mean version another day. But overall, I thought it was a great theme. I liked the style of the artwork. It kept it fun, which is kind of important when I play that attacky games. I don't want to get too serious, so I like that piece of it as well. So for me, I thought the theme was really spot on. I think it really works well with the gameplay. So. What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I think the theme fits really well again. So because it's pirate, it is attacky, which is perfectly fine. Not super brutal. And it feels like Libertalia, which is a great game anyway. So I like that too. And so the artwork is different. I like the artwork. So thematically, I think it's a really well-made game.
Yeah, I mean, Libertalia has always been among one of my favorites as far as the pirate-themed games. It's right up there with Pirates Cove. I think those two shine and excel as far as pirates. I know a lot of people like Merchants and Marauders as well.
Yeah,
but
that's a good game too.
It's right there, by the way. Yeah, but yeah, I've always liked the theme of this, and I think that this, I don't like the art in this as well as the cheesy art that was in the original Libertalia that I've got.
Yeah,
but I know you guys both did. So the cartoonish style of this didn't, I think, it took away a little bit from the pirate feel to me, but it's still a great theme. And so, yeah, I'm going to probably give this thematically a 9.
Okay.
Okay. What was your score?
I had 8.5, but wow.
Yeah, I think it was great. I really liked it and I appreciated it. I'm giving it an 8. All right, so now let's move on to the rule book. So we have you guys have played
there's
Libertalia.
Two rule books
so
in this one. They're both 8 pages long. With the first is the main rule book for multiplayer. The second one is the Automa. So the multiplayer one has a special version for 2 players in it. And it's also got the 3 variants, which is the friendly mode, which is the calm waters, or I guess airs, calm air, and then stormy air on the other side. And then the other one is kind of like the middle ground where you can play with tiles. Tucker, what are you doing?
Calm down there, dude.
The middle ground where there's tiles that allow you to basically adjust halfway between stormy and halfway between calm.
And so, and I think the other thing to know, I guess, I don't know if you want to talk about rules or gameplay, but there are the differences between the two.
Yeah, so, I can read through it real fast.
There's 10 more cards.
Yeah, there's 10 more cards. There's, the tokens have different abilities now as opposed to just giving you kind of the money.
Right.
Characters, you don't have the same number of characters that you draw. I don't remember what the original was, but you have 6 of your characters in your hand, then you play 4, and then it changes with each round. Your reputation tracks, it simplifies like who gets priority. It's a little different in Libertalia. All the information's open, although it mentions hidden. I don't understand why, because all the information's open in this game. Maybe, I don't know if the Stormy one is a bit different.
I think the other big difference is the fact that it does have a solo mode and it has a specific 2-player mode.
Yes, solo
that was not available in the original Libertalia. So, a lot, not huge differences, but
no, they're significant, but not major.
But I think that it kind of makes it a little bit more approachable to more people.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. What'd you score it for rules?
Oh, the rules are fine. I mean, they're well done. The font is a little small, but not bad. The pictures are nice. I'm assuming that because Jamie's in here, I'm assuming these other people are real people that are in all the examples. So yeah, I mean, I like the fact that they did go and illustrate what the differences were, although they don't really specify what the original was. They do point out the differently high level ones. I'll probably go ahead and give us an 8. I think it's easy to read. It's only 8 pages. It's small rule book. So
all right, fantastic. All right, so let's move on to gameplay. So the gameplay is that 6 cards are randomly chosen that all the players end up having. So that first round, you end up going to so they're for each. I guess there's multiple days in a round.
Each voyage
okay.
has multiple days.
So each voyage has multiple days, and depending, voyage 1 has 4, voyage 2 has 5, voyage 3 has 6. But you'll end up with 6 cards. Okay, I just chose the top 6 on my deck, but everyone.
They're sequential.
Yeah, but they are. But everyone ends up with the same. Card, okay, or the same 6 cards, but you get to decide on what order. So you have 4 days to play in the first voyage, so you got to figure out of those 6 ones which you're going to play in what order. But you only have to do it one at a time. So for each day, you put one out there. So for example, I can put this one out there. Rob will put another one, and Randy, and then we will all reveal at the same time based on the order of the number. The highest level goes on this side of the board, and it goes down to the lowest. Okay.
In the case of a tie, that's where the reputation track comes in. Whoever's got the highest reputation gets to put theirs to the furthest to the right.
All right. And there's 3 icons that we have to pay attention. So if there is an order, I'm just going to put out 3 cards. So if there is an order, 38, 39, 40. All right. So then you first go across and you first look at the sun icons. And so when you go through, you're going to go left to right and complete all the sun actions. Now, once the sun actions are complete, you're going to go into dusk. And that's when all the things happen as far as loot's concerned, where you're going to go actually do your stealing. So then you're going to go from right to left, and then you're going to choose the loot tokens associated with that day. So if it was day 2, right? So number 40, whoever had that one would pick out one. So say a map, and then everyone would pick out their one. Now, there is a dusk icon. So there are some cards that have dusk icons. Those will be triggered at this time. So that may directly impact, like there are some
What
that says,
get,
yeah, some say, okay, grab 2 loot tokens, or skip, don't grab them and you get coins instead, or something like that. So pay attention to those. And then finally, after that, everything goes back into your hand. And at that point, night triggers. So
then go into your hand, goes into your ship.
Right, they go into your ship.
Yeah.
So then the night icon triggers. So night icon is basically your nightly income throughout the different days. But remember, at the end of the voyage, all of your shipmates retire, and so aka get discarded. And so therefore,
they go to your graveyard, though. That doesn't make it. Hey, like,
listen,
their reward for getting all this money for you is you kill them and send them to your pirates.
I feel like they retire. Okay, so after they
retire to the graveyard.
Yep. After they retire, so notice that the night ones you only get for the particular voyage, so that might be relevant. Now, there are abilities to let you hold on to some of your workers through the next
or
thing.
To recover them from the graveyard.
Yeah. Yep. So talking about loot, there are 7 different loots, and each of those loots have different actions that end up being taken either at the dusk action or at the end of the round. And then there are different cards that let you like discard so many game money, or discard this or discard that. So that was kind of useful as well. And then at the end of the voyage,
and there's some abilities that affect card order. So Randy might have played one, which he did, that got rid of our 2 cards, so we didn't get to be able to play.
Well, actually, no, I played one that got rid of your card, and then she killed herself because she killed the one that was furthest to the right, which happened to be her.
But that affected everything to where we didn't get to draw a loot token, only Randy did, and so I mean. It's really neat, the interaction.
And then, like, the sabers discard another player's character from the island, which can be very useful if they have, like, a income or an end-of-game victory point.
About to get a bunch of money or something.
Yeah,
or you could do something stupid like I did and retrieve somebody from the graveyard that gives you really nice money at the end of the round, and then kill them accidentally.
Yeah.
And I'm okay.
All right. So at the end of the voyage, then you are going to bank your coins. So you're going to take all the coins that you had gained, and you're going to put them in this little banking system. And that is basically you've put it and you've stored it and you've hidden it, and no one else can touch it from that point forward. Okay. But during the round, or during the different days, the different voyages, that can occur. So that happens. You do it 3 times. And at the end of the game, whoever has the most stored in their chest win the game. Overall, I thought it was a lot of fun. It was. I tell you what, that first round was kind of hard though, because you had cards that didn't really fit.
Well, not only that, you have all the same cards, so it's like, do I play it? Is Randy going to play it? Is Miranda going to play it? So you got to figure out which ones would be most advantageous that not everybody's going to play at the same time.
Well, the other thing is you didn't mention is any of the cards that you don't play, because you're playing 4 out of your 6, they held over to the next round. So you can kind of strategize and think, well, I think Rob's going to play this. I think Miranda's going to play this. So I'm going to hold back and play it in a future round.
Right. Because I kept the quartermaster because on day, the last round I could get 6 loot tokens, and then that might be worth its -6 victory points. And I thought of combining it with the assistant, which would let me take it twice, so a total of 11, so it'd be worth it. But the problem is I wasn't getting enough loot throughout that to be able to finally use it. So I was like, man, I held on to this for naught. But, it's kind of one of those things. So I thought that was pretty. There's definitely a lot of combinations that you can play with it.
And then there's also elements of risk versus reward, which I like a lot as well. Do I play this now where maybe it's advantageous, but then Randy's a jerk and he makes me get rid of it? Or do I wait like you did and maybe play it later and then it don't work out?
Yeah, so it's kind of a catch-22 there. But overall, I think I had a lot of fun. It was not too long. It was kind of short, kind of sweet.
What would you score?
I'd give this a 7.5. That's pretty good.
I think I'm an 8.5 on this one. I've always liked this game, and it's good in a big group setting too. Because
for sure,
it plays in your version 6. I can't remember if mine played 6 or not, but it's a good.
I do think this would be a lot more funner with more players.
It is for sure. It is definitely more fun with more players.
Now, I will say, if more players come along, I could see this becoming an 8.5 for me.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's how I've typically played it, is in
Yeah.
bigger groups. So
Yeah, that's the only time we've ever gotten it out, is if we had a big group and we didn't know what else to play for like six plus
it's a
people.
lot more stabby though.
Yeah,
you
for
get a
sure.
lot more attacks going on.
That's what makes it more fun.
I agree. I mean, that's the thing. I don't mind attacks as long as they're being equally distributed.
I mean, I
you
just
know?
think attacking everyone should just attack Randy and call it a day.
And I'm okay with that too.
I'm not so good on that one.
So what you said, at 8.5? I think I'm an 8.5 too. I really like the artwork. I really like the loot tokens are a nice little addition versus the original Libertalia, and I like the fact that it, based off the version, what the loot tokens can do would change as well. Mm-hmm. So if you play the Stormy version, the loot tokens do different stuff versus the regular version. So I like that as well. So you got some variety, not just the fact that you have all the additional cards that you don't have from the original game. Yeah. So there's enough different to make this a good, unique game compared to the original Libertalia.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I don't know if it's enough for me to justify owning it, because I already have the original, but yeah. I
didn't, and it's pretty hard to find an original copy of Libertalia. So I jumped at the chance to be able to get this one. So I like it. I think it's a good buy.
I think it works out. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We had a blast today, and hopefully you'll come hang out with us again. We'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Tucker says bye.